Oh, snap. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Patrick, just like the starfish. Welcome in. Are you new here? Wonderful. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube, the follow button on TikTok. Tap the screen like crazy on TikTok and YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Please, if you're watching this right now and you've never liked a video, let this be the first one. That is the only thing YouTube cares about. All about the like button. So y'all hit the little thumbs up button for me. Okay, Gypsy Rose, y'all. Craziness. Absolute craziness. You guys keep sending me these videos. So we got to watch them. We got to watch them. Okay, so where did I have it brought up? Okay, there we go. So this one's new to the we haven't watched this channel yet. So this is Scandy Stories. And it says Gypsy Rose going back to prison while pregnant? ? Oh hell. Let's give it a go. I'm gonna shrink myself down. There she is. And let's start this bad boy. I hope you guys are ready for this. I hope y'all are ready for this. Let's go. Mama Bear, thank you. Been watching your videos. Great commentary. Appreciate that. And by the way, if you don't like the commentary, you don't have to leave a comment saying you don't like it. You could just watch something else.
You what?
This isn't the airport. You don't have to announce your departure. You don't have to tell me that you hate me and that you wish I wouldn't talk. You can just move on with your life. Nobody cares. I promise you, nobody cares. But let's keep going, shall we? So good to see you. Y'all make sure you give her a follow. Did you get to 80,000 yet? 78.3. Y'all, get her to 80,000. We got to get to her 100,000, really. Give her a follow. She's amazing. Thanks for the bears, y'all. Hit the follow button if you're new. TikTok, my name's Patrick. YouTube, thumbs up right now. We need 100 likes. And hit the subscribe button if you're new. TikTok, by the way, if you want to watch these videos, like actually see the videos we're watching also, YouTube, The Mystery Project. That's the name of the channel, The Mystery Project on YouTube. Search it, subscribe. Come on in. Let's go. Oh, hell. You could tell that was a lie. Man. He's like, have you had any idea? Are you been trying to reach out to Ken? She's over there like this. Who? What's his face? Oh, you can say his name. Ken. Ken? Who's Ken? The hell? Shit, where did I throw that? Oh, it's right over here. I threw my mouse pad too far. That is crazy as hell. Crazy as hell saying that on your documentary and expecting that relationship to work. You flat out said he can't rose your Gypsy to your sister with all them cameras around. Man, that is crazy as hell. Oh my God. I still haven't been able to get my Gypsy all rosed up. Holy hell. Man. Pregnant. She needed to do that aspirin trick. Y'all, you heard about that one? That's the one way that you never get pregnant. And it's you take an aspirin. You guys heard this? You put the aspirin like right in between your knees and you don't let that shit fall. Oh, Lord. Anyways, Aaliyah, thank you so much. So many damn bears. We're coming in strong. We're coming in strong. We got like 20 left. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Days after the deed, y'all. Donut time. Hit me with them. YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and we got 9 more likes to get to 100, and we got over 200 people watching. Y'all, hit the thumbs up button right now. Go for it. Come on.
It's weirder because Ryan claims Gypsy sent him a positive pregnancy test in April.
Right after she left, Gypsy texted me a bunch of pregnancy tests and said,
Nurses, chime in on this one. I thought that there was like no way to have a false positive on those, but apparently there is, but it's ultra rare, and it has to do with like certain medications that you can take and like things that aren't very common for like a 30-something-year-old lady. Yeah, ultra rare, menopause, during menopause, yeah. I mean, yeah. Dang, that is crazy as hell, though, isn't it? By the way, TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. Come over to YouTube if you want to watch the videos with us. The Mystery Project on YouTube. That's the name of the channel. It's pinned up here. Come on, y'all. Let's keep going. This is an interesting video. This one is Scandy Stories on YouTube. So she's pinned down in the description. Y'all show her some love. She tried to go all Inception on it. An idea must be planted. You know, remember? Oh, hell, you crazy as hell for that one. He got Leonardo DiCaprio. What's his name? DiCaprio'd.
Their text messages.
On May 27th, she writes, "My feelings won't change, and though I have freakouts, I always come back to you, my love."
Oh, hell. Is that Tiffany in the house? Tiffany going, oh, hell no. You must be crazy. By the way, Desiree, thank you for the Cash App. Desiree coming in hot. Thank you so much. Oh, y'all, the hauntedside.com, it's fixed. You can find the other one, Laura. It's on there for sure now. The hauntedside.com. Guys, go check it out. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. My name's Patrick. Thank you. If you like true crime, we're live every night. Y'all hit me with those donuts so that TikTok will keep sharing the stream out because they do not like true crime creators. It's hard as hell to get them to, because they hear all these words and they're like, you can't talk about that even though you're grown adults. YouTube, hit this thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. Y'all, we're live on YouTube and you can actually see the videos. So come on over, The Mystery Project on YouTube, The Mystery Project. Search that, find the channel, subscribe. We're live right now. And we got a few more videos to watch after this. So let's go.
Bites her in the ass.
Thanks for the donuts, y'all. We're going to hit it. We're almost halfway there. Come on.
Especially.
Oh, hell, that was a good channel, y'all. Who sent me that one? I appreciate it. That was a good one. The link for the YouTube, I can't post the actual link because they won't let me, but it is in the bio too. If you click my face up here, y'all, go to the profile. There's a button that says YouTube. Just click that. You'll find it. Aaliyah, thank you. Bethany, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube. All right, let's keep going. The next one, I don't know who it is. Let's hit play and see.
I was supposed to have couples therapy with Ken on Friday, but they canceled because of the storm. So
Oh, hell. This is Without a Crystal Ball on YouTube. So pin down in the description, y'all. Show them some love. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, I mean, it's a parenting couples therapy. So it's called Rebirth. It's this place in New Orleans that offers like couples therapy, but it's like a parenting couples therapy type of thing. So, you know, I figured I'm like, we're going through a lot.
What? Jess, thank you.
With this pregnancy, I'm still going through the divorce. So I'm like, we're new parents. We're newly back together after a 5-year separation. And I'm like, I think that I'm very pro therapy. So I'm in
I like how she said a 5-year separation. Prison. We're just newly back together from a 5-year separation because I had to serve the rest of my prison sentence.
individual therapy, and I'm like, why not let's
That's crazy as
do
hell, isn't it?
couples therapy?
Hi friends, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. This is Thursday, September 12th, 2024. It's been a couple weeks since we've checked in with Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Oh,
And
hell.
I thought I would do a video that would follow up from a TikTok live I did last night. Last night on my TikTok, I went through some text
TikTok.
messages that I had received from Gypsy back in May of 2024. And I started thinking about these text messages when I noticed that
Aaliyah, thank you.
she has been spending
Thank you, Ray. Ray? Is that Ray? It is Ray. Thank you. Your commentary is the best with this crazy, right? Thank you. If you agree, hit me with a little thumbs up action, y'all. Hit me with a little thumbs up in the chat. You enjoying the commentary? The commentary?
a lot of time on her social media, utilizing people
Yes, howdy, ma'am.
to do dirty work for her and using her friend Brianna Heinz to dox people and stalk people and pull up their information and
Who's that?
really doing whatever she can to get information about people that critically speak about her. And she was on Bree's TikTok and she was talking about how she found it unfair that people are defining her as her crime, and that she wants to be given a chance to prove to people she's not that person, all the while engaging in behavior that is questionable, not altruistic, and certainly not of someone that wants to change. She spends a lot of her time focused on the negativity of her situation, and she focuses on trying to debunk information about her that's not accurate. And trust me, there is a lot of information out there that's not accurate. Lots of conspiracies, lots of rumors, so many people that post
Yeah, it's the internet.
things that aren't true. And then a lot
The internet.
of that, a lot of these rumors are literally originating from
The mainstream media does the same. And they're not even YouTube creators. Holy hell.
Gypsy or Christy, because they're giving out information to people, and
Thanks,
those
y'all.
people are publishing it, and it's a lie. And they're doing that to try to discredit people. I know this because I've seen them do it to people. Most recently, they've been having their eyes set on someone they've never liked. Her name is Natasha Cooper. She doesn't have a YouTube channel anymore. That's all I'm going to say. But there's a heavy push right now
I don't know who
because
that is either.
obviously Gypsy is free and she has been enjoying her life. She has been profiting off of her notoriety, and she has been skating by in her parole despite obvious signs of violations. So, one of her stipulations of her parole is that she is not supposed to have indirect or direct contact with Nicholas Godejohn. So,
Oh hell.
she has a specific requirement in her parole that states that she cannot speak to Nick directly or through a third party or send messages to Nick through a third party. There's a lot of ways she finds to get around this, but something that she has been doing that I can tell you
Oh hell.
about is
Jess,
coordinating with Nick's ex-girlfriends from prison. And I don't know what, it's all very strange why she's so heavily invested in this man when she's pregnant, seemingly with her love of her life, who, by the way, she claims
oh Lord.
she's in therapy with. She and Ken are in couples therapy because they really don't get along that well. He apparently feels trapped in this relationship, even though publicly he says Gypsy is the love of his life, and they need therapy to deal with all of the things that are going on, including her pregnancy, which I think has exacerbated her mood issues. She's been complaining about how she has
Look at that screenshot. Oh my god. That looks like a cartoon. Oh my word. That looks crazy as hell. Aaliyah, thank you. Yo, we might hit it. We got a few left. 6 donuts left.
a very hormonal and quick temper right now. And I also believe
Man, these screenshots are hilarious. Worse than this one.
that the divorce and all of the drama that comes along with her is impacting them in a negative way. So they got back together in April. They're already back. They're
Aaliyah,
already in
Nikki, thank
couples
you.
therapy. This is a time when a relationship should really be in its honeymoon phase, and it's just not. She's already in therapy with him.
She said it's just not.
So, one thing that consumes Gypsy is her case. When she was on Bree's TikTok, she was saying that she doesn't really pay attention to any of this. She wants to get offline and live in the real world. She was on Bree's TikTok literally talking about all of this drama. So, she says things, but it doesn't come true. So, one thing she does do is sends
also known
information to
as a
content
lie.
creators. So, it was May of 2024. I had wanted to try to cut ties with the family based on the behavior I was witnessing online and the fact that everything looked like it was very much profiting off of her notoriety. It didn't appear that she was interested in doing the advocacy work that she had told all of us
Oh hell.
she was going to do. Everything seemed to be about Gypsy and not about bettering herself. It all seemed about like a money grab. And that's how they kept me like reeled in for so long is because they kept telling me that Gypsy was going to use her platform for good. And I haven't seen that yet. And she's been out for 9 months. So it was on May
And Amanda, thank you for the follow.
25th on a Saturday that she sent me a message about a post that Nina had made where Nina was sharing text messages or DMs between her ex Ken Urker, between her current boyfriend Ken, and what Nina believed to be was actually Christy, but it was actually between Ken and Fancy, who is April Johns. So she said, "Girl,
Who are those people?
so Ken just called me, and apparently Nina is showing a text
I'm just now figuring out who the family is.
thread between Ken and someone threatening to sabotage Nick's appeal.
I found out who Ken and Ryan were about 2 weeks ago.
Nina claims it's between Ken and
That's
Christy.
crazy.
No, he found the text and it's between him and Fancy. So she's sending me text messages or messages between Ken and April, and it's all about Nick. And basically, what these messages were, I'm not going to read them word for word, but she was telling Ken that she had her Dawn, who was Nick's planted girlfriend, they planted her basically, and that he was sending her threatening messages and that they were going to try to
What?
use these messages that he was sending to her to attempt to stop any possibility of an appeal. They wanted to somehow show to the prosecutors that he was still dangerous. Okay.
That is crazy as hell. Man, whatever it was. Yeah, because I'm not gonna go out and do these crazy ass things.
And I said, "Oh wow." And she told me it was from
You
June
crazy as hell. You think I'm gonna go do anything like this? No, thank you.
of 2019. She showed me a text message directly from Ken, and Ken saying the content was apparently Fancy had gotten a hold of some email conversations between Nick and I don't know who, and they were threatening multiple people's lives, but I never saw the email. This was from June 2019. And
No hell.
these emails have been widely discussed, and yet for some reason they don't exist. It's weird. It's almost like this didn't happen. And I said, "Is she intentionally?" And I was confused
Oh
because
hell.
I thought that Nina was intentionally leaving out April or Fancy's name. And she said, "Nina is claiming that Christy wrote these. She doesn't have the original text. It was altered." And then she sent me more. And she was telling him that she had emails from a secret source and that the person is working with our psych team to extract all the info about him. He's seriously sick, Ken, like scary
Whoa.
sick. I can't reveal a whole lot yet because we're trying to protect our source, but it's super bad. I'm gathering all of this info and we're going to turn it over to the DA. At this point, Francesca Maselli, who goes by April Johns on the Good Wives Network, was working with the Blanchard family on a project. So she was intentionally inserting herself in a Nick's case to try to sabotage his case
Oh
by
Lord.
provoking him in an attempt to stop his appeals. So I was asking her if she could just like have Ken screenshot them or do a video record of it. And she said that I said, "I think I saw something about these," and the other person was not visible. And she said, "Exactly." So
Oh Lord.
it's being put on Christy, and it was Fancy. Makes so much sense. I knew Christy wouldn't say shit like that.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I'm confused as hell. There's so many people in these stories now. This is getting crazy. Are these all the same people? I feel like it's all like 3 people and there's like 8 different like personalities. By the way, TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here. I see a whole bunch of new people in the chat. My name's Patrick. If you like true crime, I'm live every single night, virtually every single night. Come on in, hit the follow button. Y'all, thanks for the hand hearts. Come over to YouTube if you want to watch the videos with us. YouTube, we're almost at 200 likes. We need 29 more. So we got 307 people watching. Y'all, 29 of y'all, real quick. Hit the little thing. Hit the little thumbs up button. All right, let's keep going. Oh, and TikTok, come over to YouTube if you want to watch it. The Mystery Project. Search The Mystery Project on YouTube and subscribe. And y'all, we got 8 more hand hearts. Come on. We can get it real quick. Heart it up. Ooh. I must be allergic to hearts.
I said, "How did Nina get these? Nina is so messy." And she said, it was sent to her from someone somewhere else. I remember seeing it before Nina did a video, and I said, okay. And then she shared a video of Nina talking about these messages. And so the whole thing was basically like Gypsy's family is intentionally interfering
Thank
in
you.
Nick's case to try to stop him from getting appeals. And this is really disgusting.
Lisa, thank
And
you.
frankly,
Thank you again.
it is. It is. It's like they planted Dawn in order to provoke Nick to say awful things to her. And then they were intentionally doing this to try to stop any effort of an appeal, which, by the way, you literally can't stop someone's appeal. They have a right under the law to an appeal. But it looks like people in Gypsy's life or connected to her at the time. April's definitely not on her side now, but she was definitely helping them back then. So she showed me the video of Nina, and I said, why is Fancy trying to intervene in his appeals? And immediately she blamed April. But I'm 100% sure here, if I'm going to be honest, that April was doing all of this in the defense of Gypsy because she was literally working with the Blanchards on a project, okay? The Blanchard signed a contract with April. They were going to produce something,
What?
a scripted series, an unscripted series. And this is what she said. This was back when Fancy was starting to become unhinged. She was talking to Dawn Boker, Nick's girlfriend at the time. Dawn claimed and sent her emails from Nick that Nick threatened to kill Dawn. So Fancy took Dawn's side. And I wanted to make sure
Whoa.
Nick and they wanted to make sure Nick never got out of prison. And I said, did Nick actually threaten to unalive Dawn? And she said, I've never seen the emails, so I don't know. These emails have never been seen or never seen the light of days. So I said, okay, I don't remember this. I got into the mix in the fall of 2019. She said, I emailed Dawn briefly in prison, and she told me how abusive Nick was to her. I don't have any of those anymore because all of my emails from prison are gone. So she's claiming that she has no reason. She has no idea why this happened, but then she's also in the same breath admitting to having communicated with Dawn because she wanted to talk to Dawn about Nick's behavior.
I have no idea what's happening.
Isn't this messy? Why
Yeah.
is she communicating with his girlfriend? In prison, they weren't supposed to be talking. I'm just saying. And they're still not supposed to be talking to this day. And she said, I don't have any of these anymore because all of the emails from prison are gone. And I said, did he date Dawn outside of prison? And she said, no, she wrote him while he was in prison. Okay. I said, okay. So then she sent me a picture of the girlfriend after Dawn who's never been identified. I deleted this photo so you don't have to see it, but it says, this is the girlfriend after Dawn. She and I are actually friends on Facebook. They have been broken up for a while now. Why is Gypsy talking to Nick's ex-girlfriends? Why? She's supposed to be happy. She's at this point, love of her life
Oh,
is
hell.
Ken. Why is she so obsessed with Nick? Is it that it's very important to her to control a narrative that he's the bad one and not her? And I said, what was her experience like with Nick? And she said, that's Dawn. And then she shared Dawn's Facebook page with me, which again, I'm not going to share with you. I deleted those so that you don't see them. And she said, both said he was the same way with them as with me. He was controlling and violent. They came to me and apologized
What?
for not believing
Very nice.
me.
Thank
I
you.
kind of get the sense that they didn't come to Gypsy and apologize. I kind of get the feeling that they probably Gypsy reached out to them.
Ashley, right?
And then I talked about the master slave contract that they had, and I said, did you
What? The 50 Shades contract?
know his stepdad was an SO? And she said, this was Nick's girlfriend before me. Again, she sends me a third person's Facebook page. I didn't ask for Dawn's, the girlfriend after Dawn, or the girlfriend before Gypsy. She doxed these three women to me I've never shared their identities. Dawn has already been out publicly. She's been in videos on Fancy's channel. Like everyone knows that's been in the lore of this story who Dawn is. And I said, she's the one that warned you. And I said, no, she's not. That is another ex. I can't remember her name. Because remember, Gypsy said that one of Nick's ex-girlfriends told her that he was into BDSM and he was really weird and creepy, even though it came out at Nick's appeals that she was the one into BDSM. And she did that with Dan. Remember? And I said,
Entertainment and educational purposes only. TikTok and YouTube.
It's weird that Fancy would be his biggest defender now, given that she knows he's violent. And she said Ken doesn't want to screen record it because it has the same text thread that he was talking shit on one of my old buddies. And I said, I don't need that part. I only need that part, nothing more. I'll see if he'll change his mind. So why was she telling this to Ken in those text messages? Because way back then, Fancy wanted to keep in touch with Ken because he was dating me. I don't know. She felt comfortable enough to tell him all of this. Okay, then I did a video refuting what Nina said. I showed the proof that it was actually between Fancy and Ken, not Christy and Ken. Looking back, it doesn't matter because Fancy and Christy were speaking at that time. So later on that day, or the next day, after I made the post and she shared it, I was able to locate the video of Fancy interviewing Dawn, who was speaking about what Nick said to her.
Hell.
And I said, I found these videos. And I said, Nick sounds like a narcissist. And he said, was it her call logs? And I said, she's talking about Nick's demands. And she said, making her go into groups to start a freedom movement. Whoa. Yes, I think this
What?
smear campaign against you was started by him. It's not Fancy. He sounds sadistic. So freedom movement is really Nick trying to get help with his appeals and get people on his side to support him. And honestly, when I look at these messages, I don't know if Nick is the sadistic one or if it's like they're trying to make Nick look like the sadistic one
Whoa.
and then Gypsy not, or if Nick's bad, I don't know. But she said he wasn't mentally well and I can't explain it, but it's like he has such a strong emotional hold on his girlfriends. He made us feel like no one else would love us, which is weird because I feel like that's what Gypsy does to her people that she's in love with. She does that to them. I feel like she has an emotional hold on people. I feel like she's the sadistic one. Now that I look back at all of this, I realize that Nick is not a well person, right? He did what he did. He's not mentally healthy if he did what he did. But at the same time, he's not the evil one or the only evil one in this situation. And why is Gypsy consumed by him still? Why would she need to speak to his ex-girlfriends? Why does she want to validate her experience so badly? Is it because in the court of public opinion, people believe she manipulated Nick and she doesn't want anyone to think that happened? And so now she's trying to manipulate his ex-girlfriends to believing that he was an evil monster just like her. Mind you, 2 of these women never met him in person. So I'm not sure how he could be violent or remotely control.
Oh, hell, I didn't know that. YouTube, 7 likes and we're at 200. Everybody watching right now, hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new. Tap the screen like crazy. Let's get 100,000 likes. And thank you. We got 4 more hand hearts and we hit that goal as well. You guys are the best. Let's keep going.
From prison. And then I said he love bombed you. And she said he knew the right things to say to make us feel he loved us. And then Don says in this video, he told Don that he would kill someone in prison if she didn't do something and it would be
holy hell
her fault. Okay. Nick is not the most well in the head. I don't know what Nick did or didn't do, but what I do know is that Gypsy has a hard time accepting responsibility and wants everyone to think that it was all Nick's idea. She was just manipulated by Nick, not Nick being manipulated by her, even though it was her idea. She bought she stole the weapon. She gave it to him along with gloves, sent money for him to go and come to Springfield, made it so that he could stay there overnight and then left with him afterwards. And they texted for days while this is all getting planned out. And they planned this for more than a year. This wasn't a heat of the moment type of situation, y'all. But she wants us to think that he manipulated her. And yet today she's obsessed with Nick's ex-girlfriends because she wants everyone to believe that Nick is the bad one. I don't know if this would constitute her trying to get in touch with Nick, her trying to pass messages to Nick, but it definitely seems like she's hung up on Nick. And I think it's because she doesn't want Nick to win in the court of public opinion. I think she doesn't want Nick to have any support. I think she wants to hurt Nick as much as possible. I think she wants to make any attempt to discredit him and to make him look worse than he is, Nick made a huge, terrible choice by what he did to Dee Dee, okay? But Gypsy continues to hurt him by her smear campaign of him. All she has to do is leave Nick alone, and she won't. Because in some weird way, I feel like she believes that if people start listening to Nick and hear his voice and see what he says, she'll become less credible. And I think she's
Oh, hell.
doing everything she can to control the narrative so he can't get another trial, so his appeals, which are all been denied at this point. The last thing he has left is the Supreme Court now, and then it's over. And then less after that is clemency. Gypsy wants to
Damn.
control this narrative.
Oh,
She
geez,
doesn't
so
want Nick
sweet.
to be free, but yet she says that she took two lives that
Oh,
night,
thank you.
lives that night. If she really cared about her co-defendant and believes she messed him up, why then would she be trying to interfere in his life so much and make sure that he's never free? Isn't it weird when they both committed the crime together?
Pretty
Equally,
strange.
she just didn't use the weapon. He was her weapon. What are your thoughts? Why is Gypsy so consumed by this? And has she violated her parole? I'm sure the parole board will say, nope, and Gypsy won't get in any trouble for it.
Oh, hell, that is crazy. All right, let's keep it going. YouTube, thumbs up. We hit 200 likes. Let's get 300 likes. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here and keep tapping the screen. Let's get 100,000 likes. And thanks for the dolphins, y'all. I didn't even know that was a thing, but apparently that's what TikTok wants now. All right, let's go. What's next? I don't know.
So I'm here today with my stepmom, Christy. And my two favorite celebrities would have to be, okay, celebrity crush, Jason Momoa.
Okay.
I would just die if he was in front of me. And Taylor Swift, because she's my favorite.
Ooh. Okay, so are
Oh, hell. Yo, this is Ivory Rose Nose. Pin down in the description. Show them some love. All right, let's keep going.
her and Kelsey, is this the one?
I think so. I think
Okay.
they look good together.
Okay,
Oh,
and you've been
Lord.
to a Taylor Swift
I
concert.
have not.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Okay.
I want to.
Okay, we gotta make sure she sees this so we can get you at the concert.
Contact Gypsy.
No,
And then,
hell.
what about you, Mom?
Oh, my favorite actor, Brad Pitt.
Yes.
My celebrity right here.
So
Aww.
touching.
You what?
Very cool. Well, I hope you get to meet them.
Oh,
Hey guys, welcome back to
hell.
Rose Knows. So, Gypsy Rose is a celebrity. Where do I even start with this? I need people to understand something. Gypsy Rose is not a celebrity. Jason Momoa, Taylor Swift, Brad Pitt, they are celebrities. But Gypsy Rose? No. Gypsy Rose is not a celebrity. Contrary to what her and her stepmother and her father think, she is not a celebrity. She is infamous.
Yeah, infamous is not famous.
Gypsy Rose is infamous because she unalived her mother. Gypsy Rose is infamous because she groomed and manipulated a vulnerable man for 2 years to help her unalive her mother. Gypsy Rose is infamous because she put out a fake story, or what I believe to be a fake story, a fake narrative, to justify the unaliving of her mother. Gypsy Rose is infamous for being a convicted felon, not a celebrity. Manson is infamous, like Gypsy Rose. Brad Pitt.
Man, can you imagine if TikTok was a thing back then? Whoa.
Taylor Swift. They, my friends, are famous. They do something extraordinarily. She has done nothing but unalive her mother. That's all she's ever done. Now, her family wants to sit there and prance her out in public, and she wants to prance herself around in public like she is some kind of celebrity. But you see, people don't know who you are because you're a great person. People don't know who she is because they idolize her. People know who she is because of the crime she committed. And this is why the public is outraged at her behavior, because she behaves like she is a celebrity. And the public wants to make sure that she knows we do not see you as such. We see you for who and what you truly are. I personally think Gypsy needs to learn some self-awareness. She needs to sit down and she needs to really think about who and what she is. She has gone on to tell the public in interviews and articles that she does not identify as an unaliver, as an M word, okay? Quote. But that's in fact what she is. And the sooner she comes off of her pedestal and comes back down to reality and acts accordingly,
right?
People will leave her be. They are coming after her because she makes them angry. She benefits off of the crime in which she committed to such a high extent, it's disgusting. And it makes people angry. They will not let that go. Nobody feels like you should be able to benefit off of that. Now, you know, people on social media are all talking about, like, you know, she should be able to live her life how she wants to. If she wants to be an influencer, she has the right. Yeah, I guess she does have the right and the privilege to be an influencer if she wants to be. But you see, the question is, should she be? Should she be an influencer? Because we all know what happened the last time she influenced anybody to do anything. And to sit there and act like you're just going to be a sweet influencer makes people angry because it's not who you are. Again, you are not a celebrity to be influencing people. You are an infamous murderer. And nobody wants that to be influencing our young adults, our new moms. She takes no account.
She got that Jurassic Park dinosaur syndrome thingy. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. I had to look that one up so I didn't George Bush it. All right, let's keep going.
Accountability, responsibility for anything she's done. Her family doesn't hold her responsible or accountable for anything she's done. You saw that article I posted about Rod Blanchard saying that Dee Dee asked for what she got, which to me is the most disgusting thing anybody can say. I don't even know how, I just don't even know with that one. But he also in that article went on to say about how he'll never tell her what she did was wrong. But maybe he should.
Whoa.
Somebody should tell her what she did was wrong. Somebody needs to help her understand what.
She doesn't seem like the kind of person that cares about if she does something, if it's wrong or not, because the rules don't apply. So even if it's wrong, who cares?
She did was wrong. And to sit there and try and become famous for such a heinous act is wrong. It is just wrong. And as long as she continues to act like a celebrity, and as long as she continues to profit off of a crime that she committed, profit off of Dee Dee no longer being here, people will not leave her be. It's making the public angry. And so I really hope that she understands that if you want some peace, then this all needs to stop. Because they're not having it. Nobody thinks you're famous. Nobody thinks you're a celebrity. And nobody thinks you should be prancing around like you are. Just saying. Stick to who you truly are. A convicted felon. And bring yourself off that pedestal. This is just my opinion, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think the way she's acting is just
hell?
Isn't it horrible the way her family doesn't hold her accountable or act like she did anything wrong? I mean, tell me what you think about this little clip. The whole celebrity, putting her up there with these celebrities like Taylor Swift and Jason Momoa. Like, doesn't it make you angry? Because I know it makes me angry. But again, let me know in the comments and I will get back to you.
Oh, hell. I mean, that was a lot of facts right there. All right, who's next? I think it's Angel.
And 2 CPS workers went out to the home. They spoke to Gypsy. They saw an ID that proved that Gypsy was over the age of 18.
Oh, hell, yup. Y'all, Angel Baby. Spilling tea with Angel Baby. She's pinned down in the description. Show her some love. Subscribe to the channel. Here we go. YouTube, hit the thumbs up button too. TikTok, hit the follow button if you're new here.
He provided them with medical records that showed that she did have some of the developmental delays and the actual physical ailments that she had. Gypsy told them that nothing was wrong, and Gypsy did not leave. They gave her the opportunity to leave that day, and she did not. She could have walked out of there with the police that day, and she chose to stay because she wanted to continue in the con, Rod. I'm sorry.
Dee Dee got her back home, and she was scared.
No,
her way.
She didn't have to go home with her, Rod. Why wouldn't she have just? Why didn't she call the police that day? They would have come out and verified her ID.
I don't know. I can't answer that. That's a Gypsy.
Exactly. You can't answer that. That's the problem.
You know, that is a problem. It's a huge problem. And you want to know what else is a problem? The justification. All the justifying that Rod Blanchard is doing when it comes to Gypsy and this heinous act that she has committed. Everything in this video, you guys, is either alleged, my thoughts and opinion, and or my perception. You know, I always wanted to know, what exactly did Rod think about what happened to Dee Dee? And I really did not actually know what he thought. He did an actual interview, you guys, with Fox News, and Rod Blanchard feels like Dee Dee got what she deserved. That's right.
Oh, hell.
He says that she got what she deserved. Rod's quote, "She was a bad mother. You can call it Munchausen by proxy or whatever, but you can't keep somebody like that all their lives. It's just part of nature to want to be free. If you think you can manipulate someone all their lives and for them not to bite back at one point when they've had enough, then you're completely mistaken. I think she asked for what she got." Bite back? What the hell is she, an animal? Okay, first of all, 17 times in the back though, Rod? Come on now.
Damn.
Come on now. The head nearly decapitated.
Yeah, entertainment, educational purposes only, TikTok and YouTube.
Come on now. Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that. And it's really crazy. They really don't want to give you all the details, you know, in the media. They just tell you, oh, yeah, you know, 17 times, whatever. Nah. 3 inches from the spine, okay? Trying to take her head off. That is insane. What the hell were they going to do? Keep it as a shrine? Like, I don't get it. This is insane. And she deserved it. See, Rod is the problem. And not just that.
Damn, that is crazy to say, though.
Sits there and says that he will never tell Gypsy what she did was wrong. What? Yeah, I think they're all sick, in my opinion. The fact of the matter is, Rod wasn't present. He chose not to be in Gypsy's life. He says that he tried. Well, trying isn't good enough. Because we all know that you can go to the courts. If you want something, you want it bad enough, you fight for it. A lot of people didn't even know that Rod had a daughter named Gypsy. They didn't even know. They found out that he had a daughter named Gypsy when this whole thing went down. That's when a lot of people found out that he had a daughter named Gypsy, allegedly. Hell, Rod even realized he had a daughter named Gypsy when this whole thing went down because he realized how big it was going to be. And all he seen was dollar signs. Now, oh, she's your precious Gypsy. I wish I could have been there to save you. Your mother was such a terrible person.
Oh, hell.
Oh, we kind of had an idea that something was going on, but we weren't for sure.
Yo, I saw a video that he has another daughter. Is that true? Did y'all see that? It was like her, the other one that was on the show, but then there was like another one. I don't know if that's true or not, but I saw a video talk about it. I was like, oh, damn.
Sure. What kind of father would leave their daughter, their sick daughter, with such a terrible mother? A mother who would deserve something.
Oh, and a son too?
Something like that. What kind of father would that make you, Rod? Yeah, you guys are saying that Dee Dee was scamming and profiting off of Gypsy's illness. Okay, yeah, she might have been
you know, putting a little bit on, adding a little extra because she liked free stuff, you know? But she was there. She was taking care of your sick daughter while you abandoned her for your other family. You took care of your other kids, but you didn't take care of Gypsy. You weren't there for Gypsy. You think Gypsy doesn't think about that? You think she don't think about how you weren't there for her, but you were there for your other kids? I'm sure that would cause some resentment. Rod coming out talking about all is good at the Blanchards. Yeah, no, all is not good at the Blanchards.
Yeah,
That family is
no.
all messed up, discombobulated, and all kinds of shit. Now, me looking at this picture really does have another meaning to it. It's sick and it's demented. For
Ooh.
you to sit there in front of this picture and smile after saying that she got what she deserved. Look, I don't know what y'all put in y'all gumbo. I really don't. And I'm not no expert, but I really do believe that the Blanchards can benefit from some kind of therapy. They need some intense therapy. They really do. And the fact that Rod even said himself that Gypsy did not feel comfortable with coming to him and telling him what was going on. Because Rod in his mind believes that Gypsy was abused by Dee Dee. Okay. Why wouldn't she feel comfortable to come to you and talk to you if you're her father? Why? Because she knows that you're not going to do anything about it. She knows that you're not going to do anything about it. That's probably why. If that was true. But to be honest, at this point, I really don't believe that's true. I don't. I believe that Gypsy was the one running the show. I do. I believe that she was running Dee Dee. She was running Dee Dee. Hell, anybody that's going to pick up a pew-pew and hit somebody 10 times with it thinking that it's real, they're definitely running the damn show. And you can't tell me nothing different. I believe the truth of the matter is Rod wants to blame Dee Dee so he doesn't have to look at himself. Because Gypsy belongs to Rod and to Dee Dee. And it's how she was raised. So if it's not Dee Dee's fault, then it has to be Rod's fault, right? Rod's not going to have that. So he's going to blame it on Dee Dee. But what's really sick and twisted is that this woman doesn't even have another breath in her to defend herself. And it's all because your daughter, the one that you did not help raise, the one that you turned your back on.
Oh my God, it ended right there. Lord have mercy. Y'all, YouTube, hit the subscribe button before you go. Hit a little thumbs up action as on your way out, y'all. Let's get 300 likes. TikTok, thank you, Jess. Thank you for the Dolphins. TikTok, hit the follow button too. My name's Patrick. If you like true crime, I'm live every night. Hit the follow button. We're going to do a little after party on TikTok for a little bit. YouTube, it's going to kick you over to the haunted side on YouTube. Stick around, watch some of the paranormal stuff, and hit a thumbs up on that video also. Good night, y'all. I love you guys. Be safe.